Okay, so Procreate Dreams is amazing. As an animation app, it is off the charts cool. But there are a lot of gestures and a lot of hidden things. And it's not like there's a button that does one thing and a gesture does the same thing. No, you need to know the gesture to do that thing. So what this video covers is those gestures. Now, this is from my latest class, which is all about Procreate Dreams. I'll include an introduction to that class after I go through all of the gestures. All right, enjoy this gestures video. A very basic gesture, once you have your movie open, is to pan around your timeline and your stage. So on the stage, you need 2 fingers, and this just helps you go left, right. You can also zoom in and out. You can do the same thing, zoom in and out and move things around with 2 fingers. You can also just move around with 1 finger on the stage. If you're really zoomed in and you want to go back to like a nice normal kind of view, you can pinch this quickly and it kind of resets your stage for you. The next thing we're going to talk about is undoing and redoing. So very simply, if you do 2-finger tap on the screen, it undoes. And if you do 3-finger tap on the screen, it redoes. You may also see these undo and redo buttons on the stage here. If you go to your settings or preferences, you'll see undo and redo button. Over here, you can turn that on and off. And you can also enable the undo and redo gestures. That's with the 2 fingers and the 3-finger taps. This next thing, this rapid undo delay, this is pretty cool. So if you've done a whole bunch of stuff and you need to go quite far back, you can hold down 2 fingers and it undoes so that you don't have to go tap, 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 tap. And the same thing applies with 3 fingers on the stage. It's rapid redo. So what this rapid undo delay means is how long in seconds do you need to keep your fingers on the stage before it starts doing a rapid undo or rapid redo. Then your stored undo steps, that just means how many undo steps it's going to store. You can store up to infinite, which means it's going to keep your whole project's history inside of this file, but that means that your file can get really, really big. I've honestly never needed more than 50. If I really need to, I can just scrap things and start again, and sometimes I do create duplicates of files at certain key points. The next thing we're going to cover is some things for the timeline. So if you're over here somewhere and you're zoomed in and you want to go back all the way to the beginning, you just flick this playhead back and it goes all the way to the beginning, zooms everything out and plays it from the beginning. It's pretty handy. Now a really cool gesture in Procreate Dreams is with 3 fingers and it's on the timeline, and if you use it to go in or out, it scales your timeline in or out. And remember, you can only play what's visible of your timeline. So you can scrub out a little bit and it'll play the entire thing. And if you want to zoom in a bit, it'll just play this cropped section of your timeline. Related to that is your content scale. So if you use 3 fingers again to go up or down, your content is going to get bigger or smaller. Now, if you are zoomed all the way out and you want to go, focus and zoom in a little bit easier than going like this or using your timeline scale, you just double tap and it zooms in a little bit more, and double tap, zooms in some more, double tap, and it zooms into that particular frame. Sometimes it will just zoom into that particular frame right away. Sometimes you need to go 2 or 3 taps. I really like this view. Now, if you want to preview your animation in full screen mode, you got to tap with 4 fingers on the stage like that, and then press play if it doesn't play automatically. And then with 1 finger you can scrub left and right, and when it's over you can press this back button or 4 fingers on the screen again. If you have a piece of content that you want to make longer, hold down on the right hand side and then drag, or on the left hand side and drag. And here you can make it shorter or longer. If you're in the middle, let's say, you can tap on the playhead, tap on edit, and then split it if you wanted to split it. That's one way of doing things. And then if you want to increase the length of this particular piece of content, which is in the middle of other pieces of content, what you can do is tap on the right and then hold down a finger on the timeline and then slide to the right. And it will adjust the other pieces of content to the right, which is really handy. If you're in timeline edit mode and you've got a whole bunch of content selected, you can do the same kind of a thing by holding down one of the right-hand sides, holding down the finger on the stage, and then moving it to the right. And it will increase the duration or the length of all the selected pieces of content, which is super handy. Now, when you're moving things around, how do you make sure that something stays on its x-axis or its y-axis? So we've got this number 5 here. If I start moving it and I hold my finger down on the stage or the backstage, it's just going to move up along the y-axis, not really along the x-axis. If I let that go and I start moving along the x-axis and I hold down my finger on the stage, it's just going to remain on that x-axis. If I want to get it in the middle of the stage, I can put my finger on the stage and there we go. It will position it exactly in the center. Again, super handy. So those are the gestures. I hope that was helpful. Now, if I've forgotten one or if you're like, how do I do this? Ask me below in the comments. Now, let me introduce you to my Procreate Dreams class. Here's the introduction. Do you want to learn how to animate and Procreate Dreams? Yes? Perfect. That's exactly what this class covers. Animation is fun. It attracts attention. It conveys what words and static images cannot. And Procreate Dreams makes creating advanced animations on your iPad super fun and super easy. I kicked this class off by showing you how to navigate Procreate Dreams and how to create basic animations. Then we jump into the class project. This is where you'll follow along and learn a ton about Procreate Dreams and about animation in general. We'll be creating a spaceship movie, complete with aliens and voiceovers and drama. The class will cover animation theory, planning and storyboarding, how to animate different parts of your movie, adding sound, creating scenes, holding viewers' attention, how to use Procreate together with Procreate Dreams, and a whole bunch of tips and tricks. My name is Rich Armstrong, aka Tap Tap Kaboom. Over 30,000 students have taken my Procreate animation class, and I've been animating since 2006. So you're in good hands. I made this class for beginners, but if you know how to animate and you want to learn how Procreate Dreams works, by taking this class, you'll pick it up super quickly. So, are you ready to have fun? Do you want to learn how to animate and Procreate Dreams? And do you want to make an alien spaceship movie? Yes? Then come take this class.